What is up, NFC East football fans, and welcome into another edition of the NFC East Roundtable, powered by BetUS. Week 15 is in the books, and tonight we turn the page to Week 16. 3 games within the division, including one massive interdivisional showdown. We'll be previewing all of that right here on the Week 16 preview episode of the NFC East Roundtable. So without further ado, let's bring in the fellas. If you tuned in on our last episode, then you'll recognize these boys representing the Cowboys. In for Jay Tuck, it's Lou. Representing the Commanders, in for my man Rio, it is John, a.k.a. Ballin' and Burgundy. I like that name. KB, you know KB already. You know KB all too well. Al could not be with us tonight, which, once again, I got to give Al some credit because typically people like to bounce out when they're not doing so well. Al had to bounce out, and his Eagles are doing a little bit more. I don't think Al was trying to duck us tonight. We'll see Al next week, where he's hoping that he'll be talking about a W in a massive interdivisional battle. Real quick, by the way, fellas, I'm looking at the schedule and I'm thinking, why is Eagles Commanders at 1 p.m. in Cowboys Bucks Sunday night? Somebody want to I have no idea.
Lou, what did you do?
It's not me. It's the main problem.
Like, well, talked about last time. You can say whatever you want about Jerry Jones. You can't say that he ain't getting the the ratings and the publicity and the storyline. So that's why Sunday Night Football is going down with the Cowboys involved. But at 1 p.m., that's the game that everybody's going to have their eyes on within this division. Right now on BetUS, the Philadelphia Eagles looking to complete the sweep of the Washington Commanders, a 3.5-point favorite. Are the Eagles on the road? They can get their 13th win this upcoming year. Meanwhile, I'll have to ask you again, John. I asked Rio last week and I forgot, but it's been over a decade since the Commanders have won more than single-digit games, correct? It's double-digit games?
Just about, yeah.
Yeah, so this is a huge one for both teams. The Commanders can get to 10 wins, and that would really go to show you what this team has going on in a year where no one expected it to come this early. So the Commanders, 3.5-point dogs on BetUS. All the lines currently for Week 16 are on BetUS. Get in on them using the promo code YouTube150. That'll get you a 150% sign-up bonus, up to $2,000 on your first deposit, and 125% bonus on your next two after that. All right, fellas. Big one here. Tough to complete the sweep, no matter who you're playing, no matter how good one team is, no matter how poor another team is. It just feels like you throw the records out when it comes down to interdivisional battles. So the question is, KB, can the Eagles complete the sweep, or do the Commanders got one in them at home on Sunday?
Man, I would want to say the Commanders pull it off, because if there's one team that I hate the least, it's going to be the Commanders. When it comes to the Eagles, I want to see them lose every single game. I'm with Micah Parsons on this one. So I want to see the Eagles win. I think they are going to win. I think Washington has that game against New Orleans has concerned me a little bit. I'm not going to lie. As I've said in the live stream, when they're seeing this, it'll be a couple of days ago. I think if Spencer Rattler started the whole game, maybe they could have pulled off the win there against Washington. So when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles, it is an away game, but I think the Eagles are gonna handle business there. They're trying to fight for now. They have really something to play for there. They're trying to fight for that number 1 seed, and Washington is in their way right now. So I think I'm gonna take the Eagles there to win the game.
Man, this 1 seed, great point you make, KB. This 1 seed in the NFC is real interesting. The AFC, not as much after the Bills lost to the Rams, and somehow, man, you know how it goes. A doink here, a penalty here, and the Chiefs are 13-1. So
yeah,
that's interesting. But you got 3 teams going toe-to-toe for that 1 seed right now in the NFC: the Vikings, the Lions, and of course these Philadelphia Eagles, who are trying to take one more step towards that this weekend. Lou, do they take that step forward on Sunday towards that 1 seed?
Yeah, I'm glad the number 1 race is this tight. So now we're going to be getting good football. Less time, people pulling their starters. But I expect a great game. Especially like I said, like the Commanders this year, they're playing with house money, and that's a dangerous feeling to have. Like the Eagles have all the expectations, so there is a chance. I'm really expecting like a field goal game, but when I look at this game in the form of the basics and the fundamentals, it's about stopping the run and running the ball. And the Eagles have the edge when it comes to the Jimmys and Joes. Ballin and Burgundy, he just talked about it, a couple of days ago on the live show, how they got problems in the secondary. I can only imagine they're going to sell out to stop the run, and then AJ Brown is going to hit a deep crossover in the middle for like 30 yards for a touchdown. Like it's gonna be one of those. Like y'all have them within close, and then it's that one separating play, and that's the difference between having the Jimmys and the Joes on your team. So I do expect the Eagles to come out on top, even though I'm rooting for the Commanders.
Yep.
John, Lou's rooting for your Commanders. Is going to make Lou happy? Are they getting it done on Sunday?
I hope so. I'm always rooting for them. I'm never going to root against them. We have reinforcements. We got Marshawn Lattimore finally playing on the team. He played against New Orleans a week or so ago, and again, I said it then. I said it on our show. I said it, and I'm gonna say it again. They never targeted the receiver when Marshawn was on the field, which means he didn't have a catch or a reception or any yards on Marshawn Lattimore. That's great for us because we're gonna put him on Mr. Diva himself, Mr. Pink Cleats, Mr. AJ Brown, which leaves Mike Sanderson, who is I don't want to say slept on, but when you have your Jared Verses, your Brandon Fisks of the world out there, Sanderson's on the lower tier of like, I forgot Sanderson got 2 picks on the year, 7 pass deflections on the year, really good in the run. Put him on Devonta Smith, put him on the Slim Reaper. That leaves everyone else for who? Jahan Dotson, Johnny Wilson, Zach Pascal. I don't even know who they have on the team after those two.
Zach Pascal's a name.
John Ross is on the team. I don't know if they still got him.
I think he's gone. Pascal's gone. I don't even know who they got anymore.
I don't know, but loser. I mean, we need to go for the run. Our run defense has not been well. I mean, we shut down Alvin Kamara, but I mean, Saints offense is ass, awful, bone crap. So we need to shut down the run. We had Saquon shut down before the fourth quarter in the last game, and then he goes for 2 touchdowns in 30 game seconds. Like, Lord. Yeah, shut down the run. If we can make Jalen pass, which we all said on the last live stream and people have been saying for weeks, that's their weaknesses right now, is passing the ball. Granted, they did well against the Steelers, but I mean, outside of Joey Porter Jr. and Minkah Fitzpatrick, who the Steelers got at DB? I couldn't tell you. I can't even think of a name to throw out there right now. Just Deshaun Everett or who? Everett something out there. Definitely not Mount Everest.
They still have Dante Jackson. They still got him over there. He's terrible.
I thought he was
elite though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to get after Jalen. If we can have a 4+ sack kind of game, if we can get Dante Fowler going, if we can get Dorrance Armstrong going, if we can get Luvu, to All-Pro Luvu this year, get him a sack. If we can get it, if Sanders still can have an interception, if Marshawn can have it, like we got to have turnovers and make them matter, and just shut down Saquon.
So you think you're winning?
Yes, got it. This W stands for win.
That it does, John. I love it. Can't wait for that game. That's going to be a real fun, one of the better games on the board this upcoming Sunday. Let's stay in the 1 p.m. window, where Michael Penix Jr. will be making his NFL debut. And if you want
Penix time.
If you want to get a clear indication as to the state of the Giants right now, Michael Penix Jr. is making his rookie debut in Week 16. And the Falcons are a 9-point favorite in that spot. That is absolutely insane. But that is the big storyline in this game. The Giants, of course, looking to keep that tank alive for KB's sake. The Falcons, really weird, man. Weird spot where they're benching Kirk Cousins, $100 million man Kirk Cousins in Week 16 for a rookie quarterback who hasn't played all year when they're a game behind in the division. Just a craziness going on in Atlanta. But right now they're a 9-point favorite to get it done with Michael Penix Jr. I'm dying to see what he looks like. We haven't seen much of him because he didn't really play in the preseason. And, of course, Kirk's played all the way up until this point. So a lot to look forward to in this game. And, Lou, I'm going to start with you. Even though it is the rookie debut for Penix, does he get the rookie debut W against the Giants?
Yeah, man, I wish I had red zone because I actually want to see this game because I want to see – one of my draft guys was Michael Penix. I expect them to go out there. The Falcons got a very good underrated weapons group. Bijan,
Mhm.
Drake London. I'm blanking on the other receiver, and then you got Kyle Pitts.
It's
He's a short guy.
Ray Ray McCloud is not doing
Ray
too bad either.
Mooney.
Yeah,
Straight up
Mooney.
Monet.
Yes. I'm very interested to see this group in action because this offense has been very underwhelming this year, surprisingly enough, even with a veteran Kirk Cousins, who would have predicted it coming off an injury.
Mhm.
I appreciate them, having Penix sit up to this point, but I feel like, this is going to be, I feel like he's going to go out there and actually sling the ball. It's going to have that effect of not have anybody having any film on him. So, and the Giants are tanking. So this is going to be a great confidence booster for Atlanta. I'm happy for Atlanta. And I want to see, I love seeing rookies ball out. So, yeah.
John, what do you think? Rookie debut W for Penix?
All I'm gonna say is I want to see some big Penix energy in Atlanta for the Giants. I'm with Lou. I kind of want to see this game unfold. You have a rookie quarterback versus the rookie running back and Tyron Tracy, who I'm actually a fan of. I thought he's been doing really well.
Yeah.
Him and Malik Neighbors being like the only rookie duo to both have like 1,000 scrimmage yards this season. It's weird for the Giants. It's weird to be, I'm sure, a fan for that franchise, but they have two good units to build off of. Yeah, I want to see Penix succeed. That man has had 4 consecutive college season-ending injuries, and then the 1 year he's fully healthy, he takes the Huskies to the national championship. And I believe I think that's when they went on and faced Michigan. I think was that last year? Was that Michigan?
They played Texas, and then they played
They
beat Texas.
Michigan.
Yeah,
they lost to Michigan, no?
Yeah, they lost to Michigan. They got
Yeah, they lost to Michigan.
Yeah. I mean, that team was like the best team in college football. But Bijan will have something to say in that game because the Giants defense, they've got pieces, but I wouldn't bet money on that defense. And Kyle Pitts is what he is at this rate. Kyle Pitts needs to get out of Atlanta. I don't know if it's
they don't use
Arthur.
him.
I don't know if it's Arthur Smith. I don't know if it's Arthur Blank. I don't know if it's GM. I don't know if it's a 28-3 curse. Kyle Pitts came in as a generational tight end prospect out of my University of Florida Gators and has looked like Eric Ebron. Nothing.
I never did. Shout out to him. He just retired.
He just retired too. My bad. He got straight. He has done nothing. So they got to get him out of here. But yeah, I want to see Penix succeed. I think it'll be a close game. I can see this being a 1-score type of game. But I think the Falcons come out on top.
KB, did the Falcons come out on top, or did the Giants find a way to mess up the tank? Talk to me.
Not only is this year has been the tank tour for the New York Giants, but it's also been just a humiliation tour for the Giants. I mean, how ironic is it that it's Michael Penix? If you guys don't know, the Giants Twitter, Giants social media, the Giants Nation blew up in flames when the Giants drafted Malik Neighbors over Michael Penix Jr. And Michael Penix Jr. literally went 2 picks later to the Atlanta Falcons, and everybody's like, "Oh, there was your franchise quarterback there." Now, quick disclaimer: I didn't think they were going to pull the trigger on him anyway. As John said, it was four major injuries he's had in his collegiate career. I mean, I wouldn't have done either, even though I was a big Michael Penix fan as well. Michael Penix was like, I think my number 4 quarterback so he went exactly where I thought he would go. Well, as far as quarterback order, he was my number 4 quarterback. So, it's just humiliation. So he's gonna ball out on the Giants, and then the Giants are gonna implode again, talking about that they should have drafted Michael Penix Jr. and all that stuff. I'm here for it. Just completely humiliate us. It's a kink at this point. Just humiliate me and bring me to my knees so that we can go into this draft and fire everybody. Okay, just fire everybody. So it is what it is. As far as the spread goes, that's ridiculous. A 9-point spread with the rookie quarterback starting in his debut in a Week 15 game, insane. But give me the Falcons on the 9-point spread because the Giants are not trying to keep anything close right now, and they're trying. Like I said, there is going to be no team. It doesn't matter who it is that's going to interrupt their tank tour. If you guys look at the draft order right now, I think there's like 10 teams like that you would think is intentionally trying to lose games. There's like 10 teams with like 3 wins or less right now. So it's a race. And as far as the number 1 pick goes, the Raiders and the Giants right now are neck and neck for that number 1 overall pick, and whoever wins the game is out automatically. It's just not happening. So I think the Raiders and Giants are trying to see who's gonna, in this game of chicken, who's gonna win a game first. So the Giants are gonna lose to the Atlanta. It is what it is.
We'll see what happens. I'm dying to see what Penix Jr. looks like. I really am.
Me too.
It's one of the more odd situations I have ever seen in terms of when he's coming in, who he's coming in for. Mm-hmm. The fact that they drafted him in general to me was insane. Now it's
me too.
Even more insane.
But it's the exact Jordan Love situation. You drafted him when you had no reason to draft him. You sit him for, granted, they sat him for 3 years, and now he looks like one of the best quarterbacks in all of football. Although he has some Brett Favre in him. But then Marco Penix, you just sped up the process. You said 15 weeks. All right, so every 5 weeks is a year. We got this in the bag.
I think it was a little different because that was in the middle, like at least they were in Aaron Rodgers' contract.
Yeah,
they literally just signed.
That is still wet on paper.
It's fresh off an ACL.
Yeah, dude, I don't even. Man, for Atlanta's sake, I hope Penix works out, because if not, what a disaster that whole situation was.
Right.
Let's move to Sunday night football under the lights out in Jerry World. Tampa Bay on the road taking on the Cowboys, where the Buccaneers right now on BetUS are a 4-point favorite to beat the Cowboys. The Cowboys coming off of a dominant W over the Panthers, doubled them up, and the Buccaneers out of nowhere destroying the Chargers last week, putting up 40 on a defense that hadn't allowed that many points all year long. So we'll see if the Bucs are able to put something together again like they did that last week against the Chargers. For Lou's sake, hoping that they don't. But KB, do they? The Bucs show up and put up an offensive explosion against the Cowboys?
Listen, I've been paying close attention to the Buccaneers. I live in the Tampa area, Orlando area, so I watch a lot of Bucs football. I got a lot of friends that love the Bucs. The Bucs are a good team. The Bucs are a really underrated team. If I'm not mistaken, Baker Mayfield leads the NFL in touchdowns right now, or very close to that.
Something like that.
He's got to be in the top 3. He's on fire. I mean, even when they were dealing without Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, both of them were out. You know, he was dotting up to Cade Otton. I mean, and then the running duo that they have over there was a really surprising one, because Rachaad White came out of nowhere when he was drafted, and now Bucky Irvin. So you put those two guys together, and Bucky Irvin has kind of taken over right now. He may be the best rookie running back in so far this season, along with Tyrone Tracy. So I think they both lead in rushing yards as far as rookies go. Yeah, the Bucs are a good team. They are high powered. They have a chance in almost every single game, unless it's like an elite defense or something, to put up a 40 burger on a team. And I think they can do close to that against the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys have been a team this season that has allowed a lot of points this season, a lot of yards given up, and of course they're dealing with a lot of injuries as well. So I'm gonna take the Bucs here, and this is nothing personal, Lou, but I think the Bucs are gonna destroy the Cowboys. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I think it's gonna be like a 35-14 type game, man. I think Baker Mayfield is. I think he definitely found his team. He found his home, and he's been balling out. I've been love watching him see it. Love watching him do it. And then that running game as well is really good. Their defense is okay. They have good weeks, they have bad weeks, but I think they're going to hold strong here against Cooper Rush and company. So, give me the Bucs here, and I'll definitely take that 4-point spread.
John, you going with the Bucs as well?
Oh yeah, I'm going to board the pirate ship. I'm firing the cannons. I'm taking I'm taking the Bucs. Baker Mayfield is top 5 in passing yards, top 5 in touchdown passes, top 2 in interceptions. So I might play to Dallas's favor. Mike Evans, Mr. 1,000-yard season. Got to make it another 1,000-yard season this season. Future Hall of Famer just with those numbers alone, only behind I think Jerry Rice. Bucky Irving, probably the best rookie running back this season. And we all thought Rachaad White was going to take a step up. Oh no, it was a kid out of Oregon. Mm-hmm. Dallas offense, outside of the Panthers, just haven't really looked the hottest. CeeDee Lamb still puts up yards. Uncle Rico Dowdle still puts up some yards. Jake Ferguson is there, but I'm gonna take Mike. I'm gonna take Chris. Oh no, Chris Godwin's gone. So I'm gonna take Jalen McMillan. I'm gonna take those guys. I'm gonna take a Shepard.
Sterling Shepard, former
Shepard,
Giant.
thank you.
Former
Yeah,
Giant Sterling Shepard. Yeah, I
I'll
love
take
Sterling
him.
Shepard. I'm rooting for
Shout out
him.
to him.
Yeah.
How damn. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bucks. I take that if it was an 8-point spread, I would take it. I'll take the 4-point spread by a heartbeat.
John's thinking the alt line. All right, Lou, what do you think? Is it going to be one of those nights, or the Cowboys going to keep it rolling here?
Well, shout out Bucky Irvin. He was one of my guys, my draft guys. I knew he was going to be a dog coming out of Oregon. He was just a phenomenal running back. But yeah, if you're a Cowboys fan, this is probably my favorite stretch of the season, even though regardless of the outcome, this is nut up or shut up time, in my opinion. This is what I was saying before you go to the grocery store, be in the draft. We need to check what's in the refrigerator. Everything, if it's expired, is going to happen in this stretch of games, and I can't wait. If this run game is for real, if Rico Dowdle is for real, we're going to face 3 playoff caliber teams, 3 playoff caliber defenses this upcoming week. Offensive line, if you're for real, Brock Hoffman, if you're for real, we're finna go up against them. You got Vita Vea this week. It doesn't get any better than that. You got, I'm blanking on the linebacker name. Shout out to Zion McCullum. He was actually my teammate in college at Sam Houston, and his brother Tristan, who played for the Eagles. But yeah, like I'm picking the Cowboys to win because it's such a Cowboy thing for them to do, because I want them to lose, but I feel like they're going to play for Mike, and I think Mike is going to save his job. I saw Baker was on the injury report. I'm like, oh my God, it's just literally falling into order. Now, you know, Mike is licking his chops. He's gonna literally probably have 2 or 3 sacks. He's gonna run up that bag. Yes, make the Joneses pay, please. Run up that bag. This defense, I feel like, yes, they got Mike Evans. I think they're gonna force feed him, and they'd love to give it to him like underneath. It's like a little dink and dunk, and that's gonna play right in to Mike Zimmer's hands. And if they try to run the ball, that's what we need to be worried about, especially with Bucky Irving and Rashad White catching it out the backfield. As far as offensive, our offensive wise, we had the conspiracy, and finally Stephen Jones coming out and saying that we need to run the ball finally after passing the ball all these weeks. So if they're gonna continue to give the attempts, I think they can do it. Because I've seen them run on good defenses before. They just didn't try. And the defense, I've seen them handle good offenses before. They handled Cincinnati, which is a high-powered offense, probably even more high-powered than this Buccaneers team. I can see them doing it and literally getting these guys an extension and doing this all over again.
Yeah, it wouldn't stun me either. I'm looking forward to seeing how it all goes down. A huge week of football coming up, plus the college football playoff this week. And this is one of the best weekends of football ever. Man. It's going to be awesome. Cannot wait to see.
Saturday has 5 football games, 2 NFL, 3 college, and I'm all here for it.
Yes. Here for it, baby. I will not be moving an inch. I cannot wait for this weekend. Can't wait to recap it next week as well. And see how it all went down and talk about how it all went down. On the way out the door tonight, if you could, like button and subscribe button. That way we can let you know of all upcoming episodes, including the Week 16 recap episode, where we'll be talking about everything that we just previewed. By the way, all the lines that we talked about tonight that are up on BetUS are there, as well as all the other games on BetUS. They're all up, including those college football games as well. So if you want to get in on any of the action this upcoming weekend, do so with the promo code YouTube150. And that'll get you 150% sign-up bonus up to $2,000 on your first deposit, and 125% bonus on your next 2 after that. All right, fellas, that's going to do it. Lou, John, KB, and Z-Bot, thanks so much for tuning in to the NFC East Roundtable, and we'll see you on the next one.